I know I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Freedom is not free, but a lot of people think it is. They think they live in a free country, and it's like they're given born right to be free, and it's not. Uh, Freedom is not a country fight. It's an inner fight, the fight with yourself and your surroundings, the fight with your desires. Uh, like I've said before, do you own your house or does your house own you? Do you own your car or does your car own you? And you can go crazy with that. So, whatever owns you, you're not free. And I've had to give up a lot for my freedom. And it's cost me dearly. But it hasn't really. Because what I paid and what I got are totally not equal. I gave up a life of being a slave. I gave up a life of having it, the threat of it being taken away from me at the drop of at the drop of a stick. I mean, I come in, my boss says we don't need you anymore, and my life is turned upside down. And I know you all feel that. And same as if you come home and your wife says, "Meet Charlie, my new beau," you know. So, uh, now, in order for me to have my freedom that I have, I can't have a wife. I can't have a job. I can't have kids. So you might be saying now, then, is it worth it? Is it worth it to be free and not have those things? But in reality, those things are things, and it's not that the things in themselves are bad. It's like I have an iPad. It's a thing, but I'm not going to give up my life to the iPad. I'm not going to care if I came home one day and it wasn't here. It wouldn't be the end of the world. But is the things, the wife, the job, the car, the house are used to trap you. It's like the bait inside of a bear trap. They put bait inside of a bear trap because without the bait, the bear would never ever go in that trap. And they have to put the bait to get the bear to go in the trap. So the bear goes in the trap, and what happens, we all know. The door closes. So, you know, your house, your car, your wife, your kids, it's all bait. It's bait. They're using it as bait. It's not, like the bear has to eat. It needs food. And the problem is the bait is easy food. He doesn't have to run down a deer. He doesn't have to go forage through a field of berries and collect his food one berry at a time. He just goes into this trap and gets a mouthful of steak or whatever they put in there. And it's an easy meal, but it comes with the locked door behind it, you know. And his life is never the same after that. And you're the bear. You're in the trap. I know it doesn't look like a trap or feel like a trap, but it's a trap. You were lured into the bear cage by promises. Like the bear was promised a meal. You're promised a good life. and you don't have a good life. Most of you are miserable, and most of you would change your life in a minute. That's why you play lottery, because you want to change your life, you know, instantly. And you know, the wife seemed attractive, seemed good, but Ben is not. And the job seemed attractive, seemed good, and Ben is not. You know, the house was attractive and good, but Ben is not. The car was attractive and good, but Ben is not. The bait for the bear was attractive and good, and Ben is not. See where I'm going? So, when you put these strings on you, like a puppet tying his own strings to his arm, and that's what you do. And the country and the world survives and is built around you doing that, and doesn't like people like me that come along and cut strings, or entice people to take their strings off their arm, you know. And the problem is you can't trust, like when the bear goes in the cage, sometimes they kill it, sometimes they don't. Depends on the bear, depends on the people running the bear trap. Are they sometimes they trap it to kill it, or they trap it to release it somewhere else, somewhere safer for the bear, and in a good way. But when you're in your cage, nobody's releasing you. First of all, nobody's gonna ever open that door. Um, you know, uh, they'll give you a new car, they'll give you a new house, they'll even give you a new wife, um, just to keep you in the cage. And you'll take all those things and think you have a good life. It's like the caged bird. The caged bird thinks he has a good life, you know. Has no idea what the wild bird life is like, and whether it's better or worse. He just thinks he's got a good life. He's got the bowl of food, he's got the bowl of water, he's got a few toys, maybe he's got another bird to hang out with, things like that. So he thinks he's got it good, going good. Look at your dog. Would you say your dog is complaining about how he's living? He's got a bowl of food, he's got a bowl of water, maybe he's got another dog to play with, goes outside, plays in the yard, has no care in the world. He thinks he's got it good. But if you open the front door to your house and let that dog go, you're looking at a dead dog. So, it's just, you're a dead dog if they open that bear cage. If they open that bear cage, you're dead. Because you can't survive. And this world isn't designed for you to survive. Just like this world isn't designed for your dog to leave your house and survive. It's designed to kill the dog. Sooner or later it's going to get hit by a car. It's going to run out of food. It's going to need water. And none of those things are readily available to a dog that's running on the street. And that's you. you know. Leave your house right now. Where would you get food? Leave your money behind, too. Where would you get food? When it rains, where would you hide? You know, no air conditioning, stuff like that. So, you're screwed. You're screwed. Your parents screwed you because your parents were screwed too. And their parents were screwed. And, yeah. And like the Indians of America, the native Indians, they were free. They didn't need anybody. They were the dog that lived without living in your house, and They took care of themselves. They fed themselves. They did whatever they needed to survive, and they survived pretty well. They didn't. They weren't suffering. They weren't suffering. I mean, we made it out to be like they were suffering, but that was part of the manipulation. That was part of the bait in the bear cage. It was good until it wasn't. You know, and we tried to get them to take our money, and they were like, "Money? What's money? I got furs. I got maize. I don't need money. I got seeds. I don't need money." And money was our system, and furs was theirs. So what'd we do? We bought their furs, and we gave them money for the furs. But that came along with a contract. They had to buy our stuff with that money. So we never really gave them anything. We got the money back when they spent it. But now they were part of our system and lost their freedom. They were no longer free. They were now dogs within the house that could not survive if you opened the door. And that's how you took wild people and made them tame dogs. And, you know, and that's what they've done to you, and that's what they're doing to your kids. And these iPads, these computers, it's all indoctrination, it's all brainwashing. So, kids can't live today without Facebook or whatever social media they use, Snapchat or whatever it is. I'm sure they're using something I never heard of before. But they're stuck in it. They're trapped in it. It's a trap. The web. A website. What is a website? What is a web for? It's a trap. World Wide Web. It traps everybody. And that's what it did. And the internet. It was a net. It trapped everybody. So it's a bear cage. It's now an internet. And you're part of it. And you're watching me part of it. But I'm not part of it. I'm not part of your web. I'm not part of your internet. I'm on the outside looking in. This is me looking into the internet. I'm not part of the internet like you are. Now I know you're probably saying I'm full of shit, but I'm not. I can do without the internet. I can do without this iPad. I have 3 of them. I can do without them all. But I use this as a tool to get to you. I use this as a tool to free you like you're free, like I've been freed. Now, in order for me to get free, I had to pay a high cost. Like I said, I had to give up all the things that put you in the bear cage. But I can do without it. I can do without it. And I never owned a house. I never really owned a car. And I never had a wife. And I never had kids. So it's kind of like, see, it's like the bear that never had the bait, never got baited. So you've been baited.